Alright, we're here to do another edition of Let's Play Dark Souls. And today, on this occasion, we are going into the depths. We basically need more souls to pick up more building materials and... Oh, you can actually pick up a short sword from... I thought it could only be purchased, but I guess I was wrong. Yeah, from where we're at, I imagine we'll just gradually work our way into the various corners of the depths. Probably building up some humanity.
Oh, I haven't.
At this point, yeah, highly recommend buying moss because there are poison stat enemies in the depths. Alrighty, we're gonna probably just being a bit of a perfectionist on HP here. I'm not even sure if we're gonna finish the depths in this part, because this is kind of a... These areas do begin to get quite large. And there is a bonfire down here that is worth kindling because it is a pretty decent little farming area. Yep, there's a butcher. And the soldier just kind of hiding out there. Oh. Sometimes those dogs can be a little bit quick for your blade. Oh boy. Oh, now we get the backstab. When the extra hit would have just killed it. Treasure chest. Also get into the habit of banging them, because some of them are not. Large ember. Ember required for weapon ascension. A large, high-quality ember handled by the blacksmith of Astora. Ascension for +5 standard weapon allows reinforcement to +10. Also going to send +5 standard to Raw. Raw can be in reinforced to +5. Yeah, we actually have to blacksmiths. Blacksmiths, I think, usually mean Andre. Um, if you're very astute here, you can see this blacksmith up here just waiting to ambush you. Sack, which is a helm, a unique helm. Bloodstained patchwork, sacked by the undead man-eating cook lurking in the depths. 2 eye holes have been haphazardly cut out. It's unexpectedly soft and comfortable to wear, but probably near meaningless in terms of defense. Sack lore. Um, we just poise through that. Alright, there is... Woo! I think there's only one... I always think there's multiple ways to go here, but I think there's really only... Oh no, we can actually open that door. Cool. I can just show how the area loops then.
You, yes, you. Here, over here. Please, you must help me.
Alright, help you we will. Along with just destroying every other...
Thank you. I would have been a supper without you. Being eaten alive. I shudder to think.
her supper,
Thank you.
implying that the butchers are female.
I am Laurentius, for the great spawn. I will not forget my debt to you. Oh, hello there. I'm fine, thanks to you. Oh, hello there. I'm fine, thanks to you.
Yeah. And he'll just work his way to the bonfire. Try rolling. Cool. And this is actually the only way back to... So that door is kind of the quote-unquote obvious route through the depths. There's actually a less obvious route back here. So we go down here. All these bodies and bones and... Tough enemy ahead. That giant rat. Spider shield. Oh, we have one already. Shield of Savage Mountain Bandits, uniquely shaped with a large black spider etched upon it. has resistance to poison. We must have picked one up from one of the from one of the bandits we fought. Which is weird, because I thought this was the first place you would actually picked that up. Oh. Oh joy. Humanity. Oh, the humanity. Sullivan, nameless soldier. So we have a open sewer chamber in depths. In any community, a few bad apples are sure to exhibit insatiable greed. If they are turned undead and banished to the depths, would they reconsider their ways? Use this key and to see for yourself. Anywhere else you fall into a pit of curse. Into a pit of cursed frogs. Oh, rat. See, we're kind of taking a backwards path. We sprint through here. Actually an item in here as well, but it's a trap. Sullivan, nameless soldier. Now I can actually show. This is the door we opened all the way back in the other room. I more or less know this area like the back of my hand, which is at least a little bit helpful. There isn't really a rebound for this weapon. These things just kind of die and Sewer chamber key. And this area actually should be a pretty decent co-op area. Downside is it's also a pretty popular invasion spot too. But we'll kindle. And actually, before we do anything else, I want to take care of a game scripted invasion. And it's best to do that before we actually get killed by an online invasion. And you know, when I have to do something like spend the rest of this level in Hollow to keep ourselves from getting invaded again. Forget how far in you have to go to trigger this. Come out here. I think that's good enough. Well, nothing to do with the cursed frog. Yeah, there it is. Welcome to the world, Kirk. You get stabbed. Oh. Barbed straight sword, which... Straight sword thrust. Choice weapon of the infamous Dark Wraith Kirk, also known as Knight of Thorns for the gnarly spikes on his favorite weapon. This frightful sword deals only thrust attacks and causes heavy bleeding. Yeah, we actually need our, we actually need some humanity now because we need some reasonable curse resist. Because these guys... Not hard to kill, but it's very easy to end up like that. And once you get cursed, you drop to half HP. But yeah, our curse resist bar has doubled since we've come down. Since we put the extra humanity on, so it's very important. Get ourselves some more souls. And they all die. Ring of the Evil Eye. According to legend, the ring contains the spirit of the Evil Eye, dark beast which assaulted Astoria. The strength of the Evil Eye does not waver, and its HP is absorbed from fallen enemies. And that is actually the ring I want now. one of the rings I want to have on. I'm also kind of praying we don't get invaded down here, because without curse resistance, this is a really, really nerve-wracking place to try and recover your humanity. It's another point. Yeah, not much to see here. This area actually looks more convoluted than it really is. I'm actually surprised we're not seeing more of an online presence down here. Well, the damage level of the weapon is dropping a little bit. Humanity. Yeah, we picked some up, so yeah. Not a lot of online activity down here, surprising enough. We didn't drop anything. So we didn't go through this portion of the depths. There's a few items over here. Ooh, we actually got quite a bit of assistance there on 10 actually caps off discovery and resistances. So everything after that is gravy. Great Axe. Just need 32 strength. Regular attacks. Veritable mass of iron, this Great Axe. So it sends foes flying, but makes it difficult to handle without inhuman strength. Any miss makes one very vulnerable, as each swing requires the full force of the body. This is actually a pretty good place to farm humanity. The drop rates have gotten a bit of tweaking. Soul of a nameless soldier. We don't actually want to go down there because it only really leads us back to areas lower down in the depths. That's where we were. Well, that is. Well, that got weird. We actually found a backwards path into this room. How are your seasons going in Motorsport Manager? I missed it when you were streaming it earlier. I'm struggling to hold on to second in the Endurance series. Um, more than likely we'll finish third, which will be fine for a season. And what I really need is to have third as my goal for next season. That will allow me to upgrade the car a lot more than I've been doing. And this is the fog gate we just creeped up on not that long ago here. Back to the room with the rats. Yeah, the game actually expects you to have a spill into... Oh, I touched the bonfire, didn't I? I'm generally not a fan of dealing with the curse frogs, but they do give a decent amount of souls, so they are worth. They are worth coming down here on early farming runs for picking up souls. Days Gone, haven't played. Uncharted, I've played up to Uncharted 3. Yeah, I played it. I don't remember anything that happened in the games, but I do know I played all 3 games. But I haven't played the PS4. The PS4 game, which is, I believe, Uncharted 4. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting through this area properly. But yeah, actually I want to take the, try to take the standard path through the level to show what that's like. Newer Tomb Raider series, I've played the original reboot. I played the original reboot, and then partway into the sequel to the rebooted game. Really? We got poisons. The humanity drop rates aren't that world-breaking in here, but until you get the item discovery ring later in the game, 210 item discovery is the best you're gonna do. So that's where you go through the fog gate, and then these rats eventually will come up for you. Oh. Yeah. I'm about halfway into Rise of the Tomb Raider. I stopped playing that game some time ago, though. Some games I just have a little bit more trouble getting into than others. Oh. We get a large Titanite shard. And actually at this point the game very much expects you to fall through. And actually that probably would be how most people would get through the level. It's from the very bottom there. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. We're just exploring it at many different angles here. And actually we're going to go tag the bonfire again. We'll come back down here. We're actually almost done with the level. This is a lot quicker than I expected. Beat the first two recently. Once I get back from training, I'll start Shadow. Yeah, I don't even own Shadow of the Tomb Raider yet. I'm just gonna activate these guys. And mostly I'm just looking to stimulate a little bit of farming. And even at this drop rate, the item drops could be better. See if we can get humanity drops over here. Kind of defeats the purpose of being a quick run though if you get poisoned. Ah. Three for one kill. Yeah, we have 7 humanity just from floating around down here. We'll count that as our humanity run, then we'll tag our way down to the bottom here now. I don't want to be, sitting in this area forever. So we go straight down. Of course. Sometimes these things drop green shards, so that's why I bother killing them. One of the vectors for ascending to divine weapons. And there, we actually got a drop.
Aye, Shemai, and good day to you. I'm Donald of Xena. I'm just a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
Gold pine resin, he has 3. We'll buy that out. And he has crystal weapons, which I believe you can buy as many as you want, but these just break, and when they break, you can't repair them. Fully crystallized straight sword. How such a weapon was created is entirely unknown. Crystallization boosts attack, but makes the blade brittle. The sword cannot be used for long, as it cannot be repaired. Fully crystallized great sword. Crystallized straight shield. And he has the standard shields and our standard arrows and bolts. And then this is his armor set. Strange home from the ancient land of Xena, the birthplace of the curious dealer Domhnall. 2 horns are believed to symbolize wisdom. Many metals are believed to symbolize glory. Gold bracelets symbolize the vanquisher. Inlaid silver rings symbolize an explorer. I doubt I would use this armor set, but we can buy it for completeness later when we have more souls.
Thank you. That was I have this funny feeling we'll meet again soon, and we'll make another fine trade, of course. Aye, Shemai, I adore trinkets. I'm afraid I don't see anything here. I'm afraid... Well, that is a shame, but no, come back again. Not every trade was meant. There'll be more in store for us. Someday. Sometime.
When you spend more souls on him, he actually will give you in-game tips. Nope. Oh. Really? Go figure. I thought there were items up there, but I was apparently wrong. Very, very much mistaken. That... Okay, we actually do have some online. Knight Solaire. And Lautrec. Heavy crossbow and heavy bolt. Oh yeah, target shield. Small round metal shield, strike weapon. 4 protrusions used to parry attacks. Small shields are always less stable, but landing critical hits after parry is easier. The shield is specialized for parrying. In other words, not taking hits. And then I was gonna look up the heavy crossbow. Powerful large crossbow. While bows require both hands, the crossbow is held in one. For army, each bolt takes time. Quick bolts to use. Press R2, L2 to change bolt type. Alright, it is boss time. We're going to take our NPC buds. Knight Lotric. We'll bow to both of these guys. Getting a tail cut should prove to be relatively easy. It's one of my favorite bosses in the game, the Gaping Dragon. It's one of the first bosses where you actually have to do a lot of the heavy lifting yourself. Your summons will help, but they will ultimately die if you don't. If you're not doing the lifting of killing this guy yourself. This is one of the first bosses that gives casual and newer players a lot of trouble too. Yeah. There we go, we got his tail. Oh yeah, he tries to swing with his tail even after it's cut off. And that's why he shouldn't use lock-on, because when he goes into the air, you can actually watch where he goes. And he'll do a walking motion here, so you want to be careful about being too close to him when he does it. Blighttown Key, yeah. Sunlight Metal, Twin Humanities, Homeward Bone, 25,000 souls. Light is good. Another hard leather set. I always remember there being more, but maybe there really isn't. Yeah, now you head back into the level. Blighttown Key. That's what it said it was, right? Key to Blighttown from the depths of the Undead Berg, swallowed by the gaping dragon. As its name suggests, Blighttown is a place of great pestilence. Even the polluted inhabitants of the depths are aware of its dangers and built this mighty door in hopes that they could remain safely separated. And that's the door. We're not actually going into Blighttown yet. But I would just show that's actually where this leads. You come in here, you climb down the ladder, and it's actually a large area down there. Alright guys, that is the depths. We're gonna park here for transitioning from here to Blighttown. I'm gonna do some farming in between episodes, so we will bow out here.